Okay, now reverse. Control Shift and click on the reverse. So reverse directions. Now we need to connect this thing. Connect these things. We'll do that later. First, we'll finish the body, and obviously it needs to move from the center. So this is a circumference. We need to do this. Before we are doing this, we try to do the wheel. Now we do the wheel first. So take a torus, rotate this. When you rotate, you can press J button, J, and hold and rotate. It will snap. So this is one way to do. The other way is, first we'll finish, go to the Control A channel box. Then we can decrease the radius 0.5. So increase it 1.5. And then the count increase. And then ratio decrease. Then move it again to the center. When you see this, it looks like a proper torus. So better, instead of this, they try to make in the front view and then show grid on. We try to make a V of the one side of this wheel. Then you can Control D, duplicate, and then you can use a scale X -1 so that it will scale towards that side. So plus and minus. Now we got two sides. One is here, another is here. So we can use surface, sorry, curve, and then you can attach the curve. But this time, when you attach, keep original off. It's already off. So select these two and attach. Okay. Now we got this one, but the size is very bigger. So first, before I decrease the size, first thing, I move this cursor towards the center of this symmetry circle. Center. Now you can select this and scale. And the control vertex and scale. Don't select the object and scale. No, it's fine. If you select the object, it will scale by using the keyboard. If you scale, you can see it's scaling according to the center of the keyboard. So if you scale by using the control vertex, it's easy to scale on the position it's. So I need a stop and then before the rim. The rim we are going to do it separately. Now what we need to do is we need to do a revolve. Revolve is a shortcut over here. Otherwise, you can go to the surface and click on the revolve. Okay, we get the revolve, but revolve is doing in a different direction. The direction is X, but it is revolved in a Y. Make it 0 and axis 1. So we already talked about the history, isn't it? It is in the channel box. So click on this. We got that. Rim, the tire is right. Suppose if you need a corrections, they can just do the corrections by selecting the curve. Then maybe yes, the roundness. Okay. Maybe I delete this. Impact to make a smooth transition. So, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 160 F4 mode, it's a wireframe mode. So we can easily select this. And then 5 mode. 4 mode means nothing but plus the 4. Wireframe mode. Actually, I'm pressing 4 to get the wireframe mode and then press 5 for a shading. And we get the right shape. The same thing we need to do it for a ring. In the front view, we are going to do a CV curve. But here, there's a disturbance of the meshes. This mesh and this mesh are disturbing to understand the access line, thin line. So what we can do is, we can put it in the layer and switch off it. Now, we are going to talk about the layers. Here in the channel box, you can see the channel box. Down here, you can see the layers. Now you can see the display layer. The next tab is onion layer. We are not going to talk about the onion layer. We are going to talk about the display layer. Layer, create a new layer. We created the layer and then select the object. Then right click on the layer, add selected object into this layer. It's very simple that it is not like a Photoshop layers, and this is like a we can imagine like a lockers. Okay, in this locker, I want to put those particular selected meshes and add selected. So these meshes are inside this locker. B means visibility of the or the visibility of the. Again, you click on it, it is on. For now, I need to close the locker so I can see only the curve. Okay, this is the one way. There's another way also, easiest way, but we'll discuss. First, we'll do this. Now I need a ring. So the same method is same, because I want to check how this looks like. So you can see the 1, 2, 3, then a curve. Okay. 1, 2, 3, then towards inside. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, inside. Then this is for the spokes. Enter to complete. Adjust if you want. Okay, only one side we did. Control D, duplicate, and then that's -1. Select this three curves, attach curve, open box, keep original off, and select attach. Now, surface revolve, and then we forgot one thing, the position. Go to the right view again. Now, I need to position it. Now, we already has a position. So, if I want to make sure that it is exactly, we can see this is a tire position and this one is a reposition. Now, you need to change your pivot because we already fixed the position of the curve. Now the pivot has to move. So make sure that this pivot and this pivot are in the same. Yes, almost same. Now select the stream curve. Then you can do the revolve. Surface revolve. Again, the axis is wrong, so it should not y-axis. Which axis then? Which axis? X-axis. How? See how to understand the axis. It's very simple to understand. Now, I did Alt H. You know already what is Control H is. Control H is hide selected. Now it's a Alt H. It means hide unselected. So only the selected part will be shown. Other thing will be hidden. So how to get that? Control Shift H. It means show all. Okay, now I'll do the Alt H so that you get clearly what we are seeing here. Okay, it is like you know how to operate the screw, right? Is it? So where is the screw? Suppose the screw in the top side of the table, you'll put the screw on top side and you rotate. So exactly the same. So this is the screw. So if you rotate like this, you can see how it is rotates from the top. Suppose in the side view, it's a, what axis? X axis. So in the side view, if you rotate by using the X, how it just rotates like this. So this is how you can choose the axis in the same way. This view, what view is it? Is it? If you move it, is it? It will rotate something like that. Just remember about the screwdriver and you'll understand how it's created with walls. Now, X-axis. So display show all. Display show all is a main command. So display show all. It's a main command. So Control Alt H. Now I just click display show all. Then Alt H, Control Shift H, show all, both are same. Now select this and revolve it. So by using the shortcuts, we are revolving. You can see that it's revolve only the Y axis. I zero it. Now Z axis. One. No, it should not be Z, is it? C is the top. Huh? So to Z, actually, we need a X axis. Which we create axis. This is green. So to reverse, reverse voltage. I can see the topology's tessellation is not okay. You can see this, that it looks like a poly. So that go to the channel box, go to the inputs, and find out where is the revolve is. You can see the revolve, click the revolve, and go to the sections. It means segments. In polygon, they do the segments because it's the edge. Over here, it's the isoform. So it's a sections. I'm just increasing into 16 sections or 20 sections. Now you can see how smooth it is. It looks good. So more divisions, more sections, maybe 30, more solid feel will get. Now I need to visibility on the layer. You can see the tire. It is not that much good because of the divisions. So now I'm increasing the 24 division same to this one. Still, my history is off. So if we adjust something to this curve, selecting this curve, I'm trying to scale the curve to the x-axis. Yes, now the connectivity looks so perfect. Right. Now we need to do the spokes. Spokes will do. Before that, we'll do this center one. How about this center one? Okay, the spokes holder. This very simple. See, you can see the two bolt and nets, other things. So we do the one side. Okay. So I'm going to do it from the top view because okay, we can do it in any view, then we can rotate it. Spokes folder, starting from the spokes folder. Then buttons. Now using the revolve, since it's a y-axis, is okay. Now still using shorting. Fine. Now go to the perspective and select this and rotate. See, the object is over here, so 90-degree rotation, but the pivot should be in the center of this object. Modify center pivot. Pivot is center. Go to the right side view. Select this and move it towards the center. Now pressing 4 move, that means wireframe mode, pressing 4 and then scale to match. This is matched. Now frame view. Okay, this is the one. Only one side we did. Control D. The same way. Whatever the scale value is, put it minus. Sorry. What axis is it? It is a y-axis. So you can just work on it like this. Then you can identify the axis. Then whatever the axis it is, whatever the units we have, put it just minus to get the other side. So you get this one to the both sides. Okay, now we need to do this. Buttons. Okay, top view. In this buttons, I'm taking the polygon because this is just solid thing, just a square. So like this, top view, right view, put it on top, F for focus, and scale, match the size. So we have two sizes, one size and two sizes. Okay, so where to position it, we need to understand by using the other view. So the little, the smaller one, corners of the view. Always you can see the small cut of the fingers. Now it's time to understand the polygons. Okay. This one. Okay, guys, we'll continue. Now we need to cut this one by using the polygons, but I'm not going to do that right now. We'll talk about the polygon in a different section. The whole section we dedicate for the polygons. Now it's not appropriate to jump in between these two. Okay, it's okay. Only this side. Okay, everything you need to do the other side. First, I select everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this pieces position. Set the position correction. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All this for Control G for group. Control G. It is a group. Group 1. Now, Control V for duplicate. Okay. Now, what is already in the center? So just I want to do -1. So we can say group 1 and group 2. So this is the outliner. To get the outliner, window outliner. Suppose if you don't have an outliner, you can just go to the window and click on the outliner. Then you can see 1 and 2. If you go inside of this plus mark, you can see the polygons cubes, polygon cubes. Okay. So you can select by using this, or you can just select like this. I want to duplicate everything. Before I duplicate, I select this, go to the rendering tab, click any one of this material, You can see this is a Lambert. You can see it's a Lambert here. Make a color into black. So you can easily identify. So select everything and press Ctrl G. So these two groups are unnecessary because it's creating another group. We are going to duplicate this. Now, side view. Now I want to move this pivot to the center. So what to do now? What is the shortcut? The shortcut is hold D, hold D in your keyboard, D for dog, hold D in your keyboard, and move your keyboard, and go closer, and D again, hold it, and make it exactly simple. Now we can duplicate around this by using the Control D option and rotate it. And then I'm going to use Shift D. First, you do the Control D, then you are going to do the Shift D. Shift D is a multiple duplication. What happened now? It is not aligned properly. So how many duplicates I did? You can see 38 duplicates. Why it is not aligned properly? The pivot of both of this is not in a right place. So modify center pivot, modify center pivot. You can see the pivot over here, but other pivot is not in the same place. So I want to modify the other objects according to this pivot. Which pivot? Pivot of the tire. So this one has to be not only this, the other component. Select again. Sure. Okay. We have another option. Select both, modify, align to, align in the center. You can see that align in the middle, align in the middle. Now select this pivot and you can go inside. You can see exactly center. Now we can use a align tool. It's very simple how to do a align tool. We align this one with this one. Okay. So select this, then select this. Modify, align tool. It will give you a boxes accordingly. So you can click here and you go and align with this. That's it. Not only align in the center, also it will align corners. So one thing, Control D, move it up. Then window, modify, align tool. You can see the box, an inner box, outer box. Always you can see inner, outer and middle, inner, outer and middle, inner, outer and middle. So once you click that outer box, it will align outer side. Now it's inner side. Same way, outer side of that one, inner side of this one. So the right side, it's aligns inside. Now outside. Click here, middle. Now you rotate and it will update your align. So you have to rotate accordingly. So we have to align. So align is very interesting thing. You can align any object to any object. Now we can get the idea of center pivot. Now select this object and hold it D and move your pivot exactly at the center. Now Control D and then Shift D, you know that there are multiple duplicates. But delete this and then delete the other things. In a 3ds Max, you know array, isn't it? So you can just put the calculation, then you'll get this. Same way, here we have the edit, duplicate, special duplicate, option box. In this option box, we can define those. In this option box, we can define those. How? So I need a copy. Okay. I need a rotation. Which axis? We have to identify the axis. You can see this axis. Which axis is moving? X-axis, you're right. In X-axis, rotation. So whatever is there in a first is a X, then Y, then is Z. X-axis, I need a 10-degree of each duplicate. And how many duplicates I need? 360, isn't it? So I need a 36 duplicate. Okay, I'll get this one. But it is, the gap is huge. So I just go for a 5-degree, then 35 into 2, 70. Actually, 36 into 2. Okay, 72. So one is already existed. So 71. Okay. So I think you need a more closer, isn't it? Okay, to get the more closer, we'll make it how much? 3. So how much we need now? How much we need? 160, isn't it? Okay. Now select this. Go to the rendering tab, apply the Lambert, and try to get the Lambert in your channel box, and then make it black. So these things we do the detail, that the detail part will do it when we are talking about the yes, polygon, but not now. Then the spokes. So it's the same process. I take this curve, but this time it's a cubic, because in the spokes you can see the top is a little bigger, and then line, then it is normal here, common here. In the front view, we're going to create that same thing. So just go zoom in. Okay, this is the top portion of the spokes. Then I need a straight lines. After one point, it is going to a round. So using the revolve, we'll get this. Now go to the right side view. This is the spokes. Then I need a pivot over here in the center. Modify. There is a modify center pivot. And then Control plus Shift. Click on the center pivot. So I can get this shortcut here. Click here and move it. F for focus. Now we see how big it is. So by using the scale tool, scale it more thinner. Yes, this thin is enough. But it looks black. Then surface, reverse direction. So it is proper. Now we need to move the control vertices manually to reach the heights on the bottom. Okay. Now, where is the pivot of this one? It is the center, isn't it? But I like to move this pivot towards the upside, because the top side is constant, bottom side need to be rotate. So use hold D button and move your pivot towards up, then rotate. Okay. Now, if you want, you can move your spokes towards down. Yes. Now select the spokes. This is a 1. And then move your pivot towards the center. So hold a D as we did before. Hold a D and move your pivot. So zoom, zoom, zoom. Or plus right mouse button. Then hold D again and move your pivot. Yes. Now we can rotate the spokes. Make sure that we only did one side. Now we need to do to the other side. Okay. Now the pivot should be go top again. Hold D and move your pivot towards the up. Then rotate your, yes, will be something like that, I think. And select these two, Control G group, because we are going to duplicate these two in a whole parameter. Okay, pivot, center pivot, then D, hold D, and move your pivot to the center. Which in every time we are making center to the V, because it has to rotate from this pivot. Control D and rotate. And what is the, okay, it is 17. So we need a proper value, like at 20 something. It is like you can calculate in a 360 divided by 20, you'll get the 18, isn't it? So edit, special duplication, x-axis, I need a 20 each angle. So how many we need? 18. Already I have one, so I have only the 17. Yes. So this is the duplicate from here to here, so all spokes, Control G. So if you can put a material, you can change the color only for that. Okay, guys, this is how you can create the tire wheel. Now we are going to do a shock absorber. For now, please create this much and send to me. Send to me the print screen, please, so that I can follow your work status. Okay, guys, we'll go to the next part in upcoming section. So here, all this group belongs to what? Buttons, Control G. So 1, and this is the exactly tire. So you can just rename everything so that you can remove. So you can rename, just double click to rename and select, what is this one? Where is this? Okay, this is the center. And then these two groups. All this Control G. So in one selection, it's, what is this? Front, view, and then go to the right side of this one. So modify center pivot. Modify center pivot. Then Control D and move it towards the back side. Okay. So that's it, guys. Please do this much and build the body. And please try to send me the print screen. Okay, guys. Thank you. That's today's section.